Alright, this is '09 Notes, Order of Operations, Part 1. Objectives: you'll be able to simplify an algebraic expression using order of operations, and you'll also be able to simplify an algebraic expression using order of operations. Now, this is, of course, a topic that you learned about in middle school. Well, I just want to talk about it a little bit more because it is a critical topic for you to understand in your math life for these upcoming years in algebra, geometry, algebra 2, and so on and so forth. So order of operations, there's an acronym called PEMDAS, which P stands for parentheses, E stands for exponents, M stands for multiplication, D stands for division, A stands for addition, and S stands for subtraction. This is just meant to help you remember what exactly the order you have to simplify algebraic expressions with. And we always start with the parentheses. Now, parentheses could get a little tricky because sometimes there's parentheses inside of a parentheses. Sometimes there's exponents attached to a parentheses. So there's different little combinations, which makes things a little bit more challenging. But I want to go through a couple examples that maybe help you with understanding this material. So, with that being said, PEMDAS, order of operations. Our goal is to evaluate this expression or simplify it. So problem 1 says 80 times 2 and then divided by 8. The 80 times 2 is inside a set of parentheses. So what we have to do first, we have to take care of the parentheses first. We have to simplify what's inside the parentheses first. So 80 times 2. Well, 80 times 2, that's going to get you 160. So you get 160. We need to simplify the parentheses. Then we got to do 160 divided by 8. And 160 divided by 8 is going to get us 20. So our answer is going to be 20. For this problem. So B1 will be D. So I first took care of the parentheses. Just to recap it. So that's why I put a little P for parentheses. 80 times 2 got us to 160. Now there is no exponents, so we don't have to worry about those. Cross them out. The multiplication was inside the parentheses. But there's no additional multiplication outside of it, so that's why we cross that out. Then we do division. So division, 160 divided by 8 gets us 20. And there's no addition and subtraction left in this problem. Alright, so there's going to be special scenarios. Sometimes there will be special scenarios like the upcoming problem. So, here in problem number 2, we have 23 plus 24 plus 4 plus 16. Now, there's no parentheses, so we don't have to worry about that. There's no exponents. There's no multiplication. There's no division. Next up is addition and subtraction. Now, addition and subtraction, we write PEMDAS because it kind of sounds like a word. S and A could actually be flip-flopped. We could write P, E, M, D, S, A. Because addition and subtraction, we have to do left to right. Sometimes you'll even see online they have a set of parentheses around the A and the S because they're interchangeable. But in PEMDAS, we're going to stick with PEMDAS because it's nice and easy and pretty. So we got addition here, and all these happen to be addition, but how we add them up does matter. We first got to add up these two numbers from left to right. So 23 plus 24 is 47. Then once we have 47, so we have 47. Then we got to add the 4. And then we got to add the 16. So 47 plus 4 gets us 51. And then 51 plus 16 gets us 67. Yeah, it's one of those special scenarios where you just add them all up. But you have to get used to doing left to right when it's addition and subtraction just left. to do in a problem. So here we go. Number 3, you have PEMDAS again. We're going to be doing a whole bunch of them. First, we're going to take care of the parentheses, which is 12 plus 4 plus 1. So inside that set of parentheses, we have 12 plus 4, which gets us 16, and then 16 plus 1 gets us 17. So that's what I did here in the parentheses. Then after parentheses, there is no exponents, there is no multiplication, there is, however, division. We have 17 divided by 17, which gets us 1. So our answer is 1. This next problem is also going to be a special one because sometimes there's going to be order of operations inside the set of parentheses, meaning there's going to be a lot of them. So looking at this in number 4, we have parentheses. So we're going to focus on the inside of these parentheses first. So the inside of the parentheses, it's like a whole nother set of order of operations. It's a whole nother PEMDAS. So it's a PEMDAS inside the parentheses. So inside this set of parentheses, is there another set of parentheses that we got to focus on in? In this case, it's not. So then we move the exponents. Well, these 3 numbers don't have any exponents on it. Multiplication. Oh, we have a multiplication. That needs to come next. 7 times 3 gets us 21. And 21 plus 16 gets us 37. So inside that parentheses, we had to do another PEMDAS. We had to focus on the multiplication before the addition. And that's what I did down here. Took care of that parentheses. So 7 times 3 is 21, and then 21 plus 16 gets us to 37. Now once we get that 37, we have 37 times 5, which is multiplication. And that's this next step. So we get 185. So 4 is C, because there's no division, addition, or subtraction. We already simplified our answer. Alright, looking at this one, number 5. So we all got a whole bunch of different operations. There's no parentheses. There's no exponents. Multiplication. There's no multiplication. Next up is division. Oh, we do have a division. We have 8 divided by 2. So 8 divided by 2, is really just 4. So my division, 8 divided by 2 equals 4. Now, just like we were saying before, addition and subtraction, when there's only addition and subtraction left over, like what we have here, 6 minus 4 plus 5 minus 4, they're interchangeable, addition and subtraction. And when that happens, we have to actually solve these problems from left to right. We can't do 6 minus 9. We can't add the 4 and the 5 first. So that's a no-go. We have to go left to right when there's all addition and subtraction signs left over. So left to right. So we have 6 minus 4 plus 5 minus 4 equals 3. So 6 minus 4 is 2. 2 plus 5 is 7. 7 minus 4 is 3. That's how I got that 3. Number 6. We have inside the parentheses here. We have a whole new set of inverse operations that we got to take care of, so there's no extra set of parentheses on the inside. But we do have an exponent, so 1 squared is just 1. And then 1 plus 1 gets us 2. So inside that set of parentheses, 1 squared plus 1, which 1 squared is 1, and 1 plus 1 gets us 2. And once we have a 2 on the outside, 2 divided by 2 gets us the 1. So our answer is 1. Value is B. And a multiple choice. Alright. So order of operations again. We have a parentheses. So we first got to focus in on this set of parentheses. 13 minus 1 is going to get us 12. Now that we have that 12 there, we have to do exponents, which we don't have any. Multiplication and division. This is where it gets tricky again. Multiplication and division is like addition and subtraction too. They're interchangeable. And since we only have multiplication and division left there, or when they're back to back, we have to do the division first. So we have 12 divided by 6 times 6, then the plus 6. So right to left for multiplication and division. So we take care of our division first, 12 divided by 6, which gets us 2. 2 times 6 plus 12 is what's going to be left over after we do the 12 divided by 6. Then we got to take care of the multiplication, 2 times 6, which gets us 12. And then we have to do the addition last. 12 plus 6 gets us 18. Looking at this one, parentheses. Now this one's a little bit tougher. You have one set of parentheses here. And then on the inside here in green, you have another set of parentheses. So inside the one parentheses is another set of parentheses. So we have to take care of that innermost set of parentheses first. So 3 minus 1 gets us 2. Once that is done, we can cross that out. We can just use the 2. So inside the red, 2 plus 3 minus 2. Well, 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 minus 2 gets you 3. So inside that whole red set of parentheses is just the value of 3. Now 6 divided by 3 gets us 2, so our answer is 2. Look at number 9 here. Parentheses. Now be this guy, and inside the parentheses it's like another set of order of operations with PEMDAS. We only have subtractions here, so we do left to right. 13 minus 5 gets you 8. 8 minus 4 gets you 4. So that whole set of parentheses really is just 4. We could cross that out. After that, exponents, we don't have any. Multiplication, there's no multiplication. Division. Oh, we have a 20 divided by 4. 20 divided by 4 is 5. So what we have left over is 5 plus 5 minus 5. Which is all nice and pretty over here. 5 plus 5 equals negative, minus 5. So then we do the addition first. 5 plus 5 gets us 10. So then next would then be, after the addition, will be the subtraction. So it'll be 10 minus 5, which gets us 5. That's how we get an answer of 5. Number 10. We have 15 plus 14 minus 8 plus 3 plus 7 minus 4. So this, there's no parentheses, no exponents, no multiplication, no division. We're just addition and subtraction. And since they're interchangeable, we have to go from left to right. Oh, come on. And when we do that, we take care of the addition first, because 15 plus 14 is addition. That gets us to 29. And then I wrote out the rest of it. Negative 8 plus 3 plus 7 minus 4. Next up was subtraction. So 29 minus 8 gets you 21. So I put this guy and this guy together. Then 21 plus 3. Well, that gets you 24, and then the plus 7 gets you to 31. So it's all addition. I combine it all at once. And then 31 minus 4 gets you 27. So 10 is B, 27. Number 11, we got 27 minus 6 divided by 7, so on and so forth. So, parentheses first, 27 minus 6 gets us 21. Then the other set of parentheses, 8 minus 4 is 4. So that means 27 minus 6, this whole thing could get deleted, and you could just write 21. 8 minus 4, that whole thing could get deleted. And just write 4. 21 divided by 7. Well, you got multiplication and division. Since division happens before the multiplication, we have to do 21 divided by 7 first. Before the 7 times 4. Because we have to go left to right, because multiplication and division, they're interchangeable also. So 21 divided by 7 gets you 3. So we're going to have 3 times 4 divided by 4. 3 times 4 is 12. And 12 divided by 4 gets us 3. And that's what I got over here. Alright, number 12. This is parentheses inside of parentheses. So I'm going to focus on the innermost set of parentheses, which is right here, which I'll highlight here in red. Then we got to go left to right, because it's all subtraction. So 30 minus 11 gets you 19. 19 minus 14 gets you 5. So that whole bunch of numbers just turns into 5. Then inside these green parentheses, we have 5 times 3, which is 15. So we have 1 plus the 15 that's inside those green parentheses. Then divide by 15. So we just took care of the parentheses. There is no exponents. There is no multiplication. What's up? What's next is division. 15 divided by 15 is 1. So you have then 1 plus 1. That's the division. Then addition and subtraction, well, we just have addition, so that'll be 2. Number 13. We have a whole bunch of set of parentheses. So it's getting obviously harder and harder here. I want to go to the innermost set of parentheses here, which it looks like it's this one. 6 minus 1 there, what I highlighted in green. Now 6 minus 1 you know is 5. So we can kind of delete that 6 minus 1 and make it a 5. The next set of parentheses outside of that are right here in purple. We have 6 minus 5, which gets us 1. So the purple is really just 1. So we could delete all that stuff that's inside the purple parentheses and change it to a 1. After that, let's do red. All of this is inside the red parentheses. So we have 11 plus 1 times 19 minus 27. Now multiplication comes before addition and subtraction. So we got to do the 1 times 19, which makes it a 19. So we have 11 plus 19 minus 27. Addition and subtraction are interchangeable, so that means we have to read left to right. So we have 11 plus 19 gets us 30. And then 30 minus 27 will get us 3. So inside the red parentheses is just 3. So we could actually delete all of that, and it's really just 3. Now 18 plus 48. That's 64. So we're going to have 64 divided by the 3. And 64 divided by 3. I'm sorry, not 64, 66. Pardon me. Because 18 plus 48 is 66. 66 divided by 3 gets you 22. There's all my work on the side. A little typed up prettier. Number 14. What's here in blue is all the work. And we're going to address this problem in part 2 here. Alright, so if you have any questions, feel free to email me or come next shop. I'd be happy to help you out. Alright, have a good night.